Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to Press Pause. So Aurora and I are here. We're excited to talk about Disney. We're going to be talking about Disney. We are, as we saw in our other videos, we are official travel agents and specialize in Disney, as well as Universal, SeaWorld, Royal Caribbean, Carnival Cruise Line, Sandals Resort. So reach out to us. We'd love to help you book your next set of magical memories with us. It'd help the channel and, all the trips that gets booked with us. We're completely free service. So it doesn't cost you anything, and we get a commission basically from Disney or whoever. It's already factored into the price, so it cost you no different than if you booked it yourself, except this way you can provide treats for Aurora. Now, Aurora is the 4-year-old dachshund on the intro video of the channel, and she is the editor, so you'll see little pop-ups and things like that from her, and hopefully you guys enjoy the entertainment that she provides. But anyway, we'll go ahead and jump into it, guys. We're going to be talking about Disney, and we're going to talk about how staying on property is actually a better value than staying off property, okay? So when we say that, let me preface by saying it's a better value. Doesn't mean that it's necessarily always cheaper, okay? However, Disney can sometimes be cheaper. So you need to check and look into that. Honestly, a travel agent like myself, we're gonna check those things out for you. We're gonna be able to help advise you on those types of things. It doesn't always mean it's gonna be cheaper, but it will be a better value every time, I assure you of that. If you're going to Disney, you're going to be spending a good amount of money.
$1 million.
It's a pretty expensive vacation, and when you're spending that money, you should make the most of it. You should get the best of your experience. That's our firm belief here with the travel agency, and we want to make sure you get the most out of your experience. So if you're going, you need to maximize your time in the parks. You need to maximize your experience that you have there, and staying on property is going to be the best value for that, okay? Saving money can cost you experiences, which you should treasure.
No treasure in silver and gold, mate.
We'll be focusing on the best value resort in our eyes, at least that we have seen so far, and that would be Art of Animation Resort, okay? So Art of Animation Resort, this is what we're basing everything around, but essentially it's a value resort, and the value resorts are, value resorts. They have a good value.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
So, first off, we're going to talk about transportation. Disney has a plethora of free transportation options, and it varies depending on the resort you stay at. Art of Animation has the Skyliner. You don't need roads.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
This is basically a free ride also for your kids. And it's great. The Skyliner is absolutely great. It takes you to Hollywood Studios, takes you to Epcot. It's a wonderful travel experience to get from parks to and from the parks and the resorts. It's really, really great. And again, the kids do really think it's a ride. Now, the other thing is buses. Every resort has buses that go to them. This isn't a normal bus. Okay, while it may not be the Magic School Bus or anything, it has Wi-Fi, it has fun theming, and it's free, guys. So why wouldn't you want to do that? Good Neighbor Hotels will have buses as well, but you will be losing more time on those buses because they are further away from the parks. So again, time is money, and time takes away from your experiences. That's what we're trying to focus on here. We're never going to tell you that you can't stay off property. We will definitely help to book you something off property. But if there's a way that we can make it affordable enough for you to stay on property, we want to give you the best experience possible. And so we'll try and figure that out for you. We'll try and help and give you tips and hints and things like that. Now, Art of Animation doesn't have boat service, but there are resorts that have boat transit. They can take you to Epcot or Magic Kingdom depending on the resort. And then the monorail. And again, Art of Animation does not have monorail. But you can take the monorail once you get to a park or something like that. Again, it's kind of like a free thing, and the kids love it. Probably check that out while you're there and do it, even if you're not staying at a monorail resort. Now, early theme park admission, guys. You get in 30 minutes early. Yes, this is also a perk with some of the Good Neighbor hotels. However, again, you're further away. You're further away, guys. So you might get up. You have to get up that much earlier to get there on time. and get your 30 minutes. Now, some people will say 30 minutes, that's not a lot of time. Yes, it is. I've ridden plenty of great rides. I've been able to ride like 3 day eating rides, and day eating rides are rides that you're gonna wait 45 minutes to an hour sometimes when you go to the parks. Each park has a few of those, and I've been able to knock out 3 of them in 30 minutes. If you don't do those rides and you do some of the other ones, you can target rides and you can probably get 5 or 6 rides done before all these other people flood into the park. So it's a really, really great perk. 30 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but it is once you really get in there. So I think it's a huge opportunity to take advantage of. Again, they do have it with the Good Neighbor Resorts as well. Time to and from the parks. Okay, that's number 3 on the list here. If you have kids who still need to take naps, this is huge, absolutely huge for you. Instead of losing 3 to 4 hours of park time going to and from your resort, if you're staying off property, you only got to spend 1 to 2. Take your kid back, let them sleep for an hour, get their nap in, and then allow them to get up and get their energy back up, okay? That'll allow them to keep going and going and going.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
So this is especially important to maximize the value of Disney parks so you don't leave early, you miss the fireworks and things like that. Those are magical memories that these kids are gonna remember. I still remember fireworks and stuff from when I was a kid there. I still remember it from being adult, but I remember it from being a kid as well, and it's something that really sticks out. So these shows are fantastic. You don't wanna miss those. So staying on property lets you go back, take a quick nap, and get back to the park with plenty of time to enjoy everything. Next is free activities, okay? Art of Animation is just one of the resorts that offers free activities on top of the traditional activities at the resorts. And so Art of Animation offers free drawing classes. So you can go learn how to draw a Disney character. Your kids can learn how to draw a Disney character. It's absolutely free, which is fantastic. Outside of that, and just like most of the resorts at Disney, they offer s'more sessions. They do movies under the stars, which is usually by the pool area and things like that, where your kids can sit and watch a nice Disney movie at night. And then there's photos with themed statues and things for TikToks, Facebooks, or anything like that. So really cool opportunities. The theming is fantastic. You'll want to take a lot of pictures and things, and that can take up a good amount of your time. So if you have a resort day or something like that, you're trying to save money, spend a day at the resort. Go around, take some cool pictures and fun things with your family, and do some of these free activities. That's a way to save some money. Don't go to the parks for one day, and you still get a good bang for your buck because there's a lot of great things to do at the resort. Next, bring snack foods into the parks easier. You know, there's a lot of families who want to bring food into the parks because it can save you a lot of money. And if that's something that's not that important to you, is to eat a lot of Disney food, then okay, you can save money that way, 100%, and we would help to encourage you to do it. But if you're staying off property, you're not going to bring enough snacks for the entire day for your entire family. You're going to have to go back and refill up your snacks, you know, whether it's a backpack or whatever that you're bringing. And so in that situation, if you're staying on property, it's that much quicker to go back, get more snacks and stuff like that, and get back to the parks. And that way you don't have to worry about spending more money on dinner or something like that. Now, again, we would recommend taking advantage of the opportunities and the experience while you're there. We would say that even if you're trying to save money on food, do a nice food experience. Do some of the cool restaurants with characters, or, you know, try some snacks and fun things that are there that they have. It's very unique, some of the snacks and desserts and things that they have at the parks. So enjoy those while you're there. It'd be a great opportunity. Even if you're trying to save money on food with these snacks and stuff, enjoy the snacks and things while you're there at Disney as well. It's gonna stick out in your kids' minds. They're gonna remember it. I still remember those giant lollipops and things. I never finished one, but I remember it to this day. I always love them. Next is parking, okay? When you park at a value resort like Art of Animation, you're spending $15 per day. I know everybody's gonna be saying, oh, well, you're staying, why would I stay at a resort that charges me parking? That's not a good value, because there's off-property resorts that don't charge you anything. Yeah, but if you stay off property and you don't take the bus and you drive, you're gonna spend $25 a day at the park to park. So it does save you some money if you're driving. If you're not driving, some of the Good Neighbor hotels do charge you. Some hotels will charge you parking fees as well. So you might as well spend $15 at, you know, the value resort, and that way you're saving a little bit of money. It's not much, but it's something.
It's not much, but it should get you to Switzerland.
So yeah, it'll save you a little bit of money there on parking. Just something to remember. And a couple of cons here. One, yeah, they don't include breakfast. I know some families are really big on that. I love a hotel that provides breakfast. I love having that provided for me in the morning.
What about second breakfast?
You know, Disney resorts don't provide those, and yeah, you'll have some good neighbor hotels that do. So that is something that's a con, but I don't feel like it's that big of a con.
Don't think he knows about second breakfast, Pip.
In comparison to some of the other things you can miss out. You can always buy morning bars and things like that for your kids to take to the resort with you for breakfast, and it's not gonna really change all that much from you getting fueled up in the morning. Next is the value resorts, and most moderate resorts don't have like hot tubs or fitness centers and those types of amenities. Now, if you're there as you know, a single person or a couple without kids, okay, yeah, I understand those amenities are nice, and you may want to stay at a good neighbor hotel that has those amenities because you may want to use them more. But if you're going with family, what time are you really going to spend in a hot tub? What time are you really going to spend in a fitness center? Unless you're like my wife and you're obsessed with like exercise and working out, you're probably not going to spend much time in the fitness center. You're going to be there to enjoy your experience, and that's what you need to be doing anyway. You're spending a lot of money to be there. You need to enjoy every minute of it that you can and make it worth the money that you're spending. So anyway, those are the couple cons that we had there. But yeah, anyway, you know, this is kind of our way of saying, you know, again, you can stay off property 100%. It's not a problem. And yeah, you can save some money off property, but you're not going to save all that much. You know, it's probably better to spend an extra $20 a night, $15 a night, whatever it is, to stay at one of the value resorts. Save you money, you know, save you, you know, some time and things getting to and from the park. It's really going to give you a really good experience, okay? Again, we are travel agents. Our services are free, and we're not going to make you stay on property. If you want to stay off property, we'll do that. But if there's a way that we can give you some of these tips and help you kind of get your budget to where you can stay on property, I guarantee you're going to have a much better time. Every person I've worked with and everyone I know that has stayed off property before, the first time they stay on property, they never want to stay off property again. They never want to make that decision again because it's such a better experience overall. So yeah, anyway, that's the list for us. Just wanted to educate you guys on some of those things. It's not as bad as you think. It's not as expensive as you think to stay on property. It's not that much more expensive than staying off property. Really, the tickets to the parks is a more expensive thing. It costs you more than the hotel most of the time, especially for the value resorts. But yeah, what do you guys think? Did you like the video? We're gonna post some other tips and tricks and things like that. We're gonna be going pretty soon, and you know, hopefully we can get some good video and things like that while we're there as well, and educate you guys on things in the park. Let us know questions you have, things you want to know, things that we can help you with, tips and stuff like that. That's what we're here for. We're here to post this for our clients and things, and on the channel, we're posting things for entertainment purposes. We're focusing on movies and things like that. We'll talk about Star Wars, we'll talk about Disney, we'll talk about Harry Potter, Marvel, talk about, you know, Jurassic Park and things like that. So yeah, feel free to continue watching the channel. If you guys liked it, please like, share, and subscribe. Aurora would love some subscriptions and some likes. It really helps the channel a ton, and you know, all of it kind of goes to being able to provide more treats for her at the end of the day. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video.